At ease, recruits, CptAshes here, and welcome to the Captain's Quarters. So what exactly is this? This is a new show that I'm trying out, and it's called the Captain's Quarters. And here we can talk about basically anything. Obviously, I'm not in uniform, don't have my jacket, don't have my gloves. This is just me talking to you and kind of giving you an update on what's going on in my life. And this can easily be a recruit Q&A. So if you guys have questions, I can take this time to answer them. And this is not a scheduled thing. This doesn't count as one of the videos that come out on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Those will still be Let's Plays. Those will still be, gameplay videos. And it's possible in the future that I might just have this commentary going with some random gameplay in the background. There's a lot of games that I play that I don't record because I don't think they'd be as interesting, but it's possible in this format that they might be. But basically what I'm trying to say is you guys will decide the future of this. If you end up liking this is definitely something I can do. Maybe we can turn it into a once-a-week thing, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. So be sure to let me know in the comments, let me know on Twitter. Pretty much always on there, and yeah, let's make this a thing. Okay, so let's start off. I guess I'm going to talk about my life a little bit, and why I've been kind of inconsistent with my videos the past couple weeks. I think I'm back on track, and moving forward, the videos should be on the schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But before this, I didn't have a schedule, and I had a big burst of videos and then no videos for a little bit. So we're going to talk about why that is. So in 2013, I quit my job to start up a project. This was a rather large project. I will tell you guys about the project at a later date. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. It's kind of a personal thing, and I want to keep that, kind of close to my sleeve, close to my heart, close to my chest. It was something. Anyways, so this was a really big project, and it took a lot of time and a whole lot of work and a lot of effort. And it was blood, sweat, and tears. This was my dream. This is what I wanted to do for a very long time, and I finally just decided I've started this. If I'm ever going to finish it, I have to do this full time. I have to focus on it 100%, and so I did. And my roommate helped me as well. This was just a really big project for both of us, and it was our lives for 2 years straight. And in August of 2015, we finished the project. So the project was done, and we were thinking, oh, yay, it's done, it's finally over. Like, we're so glad that we did it because it was a huge learning process and it was great. But we're glad that it's over, and now hopefully it's something that will pay off. Originally the plan was, the project, see, I'm trying so hard not to tell you what it is, but still giving you explanation enough for you to understand like what's going on. The project was something that, once completed, can be sold. Not the project itself. Basically, once we finish the project, we can then begin to make money off of that project. And not like a huge amount. We had really low expectations for this. But, we kind of set like bottom lines of, okay, well, it'll probably do at least this. Maybe it'll do as well as this, and like, we tried not to get too carried away with things. And the project released, and people seemed to really like it, and people didn't seem to really buy it very much. So we were getting very good reviews on the project, and it wasn't selling. And so for the past 5 months, I've kind of been in this weird limbo of, okay, well, we worked really hard. We put everything we had into this, and we have nothing to show for it. So the backup plan for that was, well, it'll look really good on a resume. So, it'll be really easy to get an awesome job. And that has not been the case. For the past 5 months, I have been unemployed. I'm saying 5 months, but really I had a job in November and December, but it was contract work, and I didn't realize, it was good contract work, and it was for a company that I liked, but I didn't realize it was going to end so very abruptly at the end of December, because they had contracted me until May, so I thought I was okay. and yeah, it was kind of a maybe we can keep you on after December, I'll let you know. And then I found out like a week before that we're gonna have to let you go, and yeah, it has been crazy difficult to find a job. And for whatever reason, I've submitted tons and tons and tons of applications and resumes, and I barely hear back from any of them. So because of that, I had to move. And, you're probably thinking, well, you've had all this free time, why weren't you making more videos? Depression and moving. So I had to move, because I couldn't afford to live where I was living. So I'm now living in a more different place. But I'm in a situation where it's kind of okay, and I'm trying my best. I believe I have a job lined up, but it's minimum wage, it's nothing special, and it's not going to pay my bills, but it'll help keep me less in debt, if that makes sense. And I don't like talking about money too much, so I'm going to try and move on from that. But basically, that was kind of a depressing thing. We worked so hard on the project, had nothing to show for it, and then on top of that, I'm struggling to find a job, and it didn't help my resume at all, which was really upsetting. And so I kind of went through a small depression. It was kind of a big depression. Wasn't doing so great. My family was there for me. My loved ones were there for me. My fiance was making sure that I was okay. So, I wasn't in a super, super, super bad place. I still had people there to help me and support me. But I'm getting through that now and kind of trying to get things back on track here. And the channel's helping me focus on something, which is good. It's keeping my attention, it's keeping me focused and busy, and that's really good. That keeps me productive. Okay, so moving on to more pleasant subjects, little lighter topic here. We're gonna talk about my videos. So my videos are kind of long. I am so sorry. I don't mean to make them as long as they are. I get carried away, and I'm always like, oh, well, it's 35 minutes of recording, I'll cut it down to like 20. Okay, with Surgeon Simulator, I could do that. There were larger segments in there, especially in the later episodes. I apologize for episodes 1 through like 4. 1 and 2 are not available. Maybe one day they will be. But I can cut a lot from Surgeon Simulator because you just focus on the funny parts. Whereas some of the more recent stuff like XCOM, I can't cut a whole lot of that. Especially since I am doing the Honest Iron Man, I feel like the more I cut, the more people are going to be like, well, hey, we didn't see what happened here. Maybe you saved and loaded so that so-and-so didn't die. And I wouldn't do that. I've got several other playthroughs that I have where I have these characters, so they're there and I can play them whenever I want. But I kind of want to have that open honesty of, here's the entire gameplay, especially of like the actual combat parts. So you can clearly see this isn't an official Iron Man, but it's kind of an Iron Man. Anyways, I'm getting off subject. My videos are too long. I am aware of that, and I am working to change it, and I apologize. Episode 3 is going to be coming out pretty soon. It's already out if you're watching this in the future. Time travel. And it is much shorter. It's back to the regular, 24, 26-minute mark. I'm going to try and cut them down to 20 minutes, honestly. For most of my videos, it seems to just be better that way for everybody involved. Okay, next, lighting change. So I'm at a different camera angle than I used to be. I have a different chair, and I have different lighting. I'm incredibly pasty, in case any of you didn't notice. I'm very, very, very white, and so if I have any sort of non-perfect lighting on me, I look even whiter. And I have fluorescent light up here, and that's the only lighting I have available to me besides my lamp over here. And yeah, so this half of my face, super white. I do a couple things in the program that I use to edit to try and make it less blaring and distracting. So I am working with the lighting, I'm sorry. Okay, so the reason I don't put out more videos is because it actually takes me a really long time to edit them. And this is not because I'm not good at editing. I've been editing videos since high school, 9th grade. I'm not the greatest at editing. I'm not claiming to be. But the reason that it's taking me so long is because I'm using Adobe After Effects, which is a very, very, very different program from Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas or what was the other one? Final Cut, or even Windows Movie Maker. Very, very different program. Adobe After Effects is more like Photoshop for video, and because of it, it doesn't have a really good in-editor scrubber. I mean, you can scrub through the video, but you can't do like a live scrub. I can't just hit a button and it'll just play the video. What I have to do is I have to pre-render, so I have to buffer every frame that I want to preview, especially if I want there to be sound, which you kind of need it. And it ends up taking roughly 2 hours to edit a 20-minute video. I mean, it's very, very time consuming. Hopefully when I get some amount of money in the future, I'll be able to buy something like Sony Vegas and I can use that, and then I can just use After Effects where I need it. But for trying to do 3 videos a week with this, it's keeping me busy pretty constantly. So that's why I don't do more videos. I would love to, I just can't right now. Next, okay, my videos seem hollow. This is just something that I've noticed. When I'm talking to you right now, you'll notice it's pretty different from when I'm doing the Let's Plays. And that's because in the Let's Plays, I'm trying to be, I don't know, professional, I guess is the word I'm looking for, but that's not the right word. I'm trying not to mess up. I get really nervous, and I want you guys to enjoy it, and I want it to be something that's enjoyable. But the more that I'm watching my videos, the more I'm realizing that I kind of come off as like a robot, and like I'm not enjoying it, but I am. I'm just not expressive enough, and so I'm gonna try really hard to just be more myself. I'm trying too hard to be what I want to be, you know, and like trying to be this guy who doesn't make mistakes. And obviously I make mistakes in the games plenty, but there's a difference between the way I'm being right now, the way I was in my first like videos like Surgeon Simulator, and the way I am in my XCOM videos. And I'm trying to find the perfect balance of what's going to be entertaining, but also, you know, something that I'm comfortable with. And I think really the best thing is if I'm just myself, with all my flaws and everything. So most of my videos moving forward might be more along the lines of this. I'm still gonna have the jacket, I'm still gonna be the captain, I'm still gonna, you know, have a format and stuff, but I think I'm gonna be more, I want it to feel like we're in the same room and I'm talking to you, because that's my goal. Like, I don't have a lot of friends. I haven't had a lot of friends ever. I think I did in elementary school. And then after that, I think people figured out that I was really weird. So yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I really want that social aspect, to that sort of co-op feeling. So I think I'm going to do that moving forward. Next, the new format and also a network. So I got signed on by a network, which, hooray! Which gave me access to a bunch of, like, royalty-free music and sound effects and other stuff. Really cool program called Epoxy, which I've been working with. I have a channel manager now, and we meet once a week, and he's an awesome guy. Hello. I don't know if he's watching. And it's been a good confidence booster, and it's a good feeling to be on a network. I was very careful going into it because I've heard a lot of bad things about networks, and I did a little research into the one that I'm with, and I really like it. So hopefully this is going to have beneficial effects for everyone involved, and maybe you guys will be able to see more of me, and I'll be able to have a broader reach with my audience, and we can get more recruits, which would be awesome, and then we can do more things. The new format is I'm trying to clean up some of the edges. I'm trying to like put a little more polish into my channel. So you'll notice I have a new end card, which doesn't have my face and it doesn't have bloopers anymore, which I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on, you know, if you like that, if you hate it, because I like some of my bloopers. I just maybe feel that maybe I should have like a blooper reel as a separate thing, because they don't always fit at the end of an episode, and I don't always have them. Like some episodes, nothing really funny happened that I didn't keep in the episode. I try to keep most of the stuff and save the bloopers for stuff that I cut, but it doesn't always work. So this just kind of gives it a more uniform look. We've got the subscribe button on there, the big join now button, which is good because I need that somewhere. That's really helpful, and that will allow me to do more things with the channel. And the music's okay. I like it, I think. I'm not 100%, so I'd love to hear what you guys think of the music on my end card. And on my last couple videos, I haven't been saluting because, on the outro, I haven't been saluting because it's in my out card. I, say it was great playing with you. This is CptAshes signing off. You don't see me salute because it's just the audio, but I think I'm going to start doing that anyways at the end of the video. I'm just going to stick to my regular ending, and then still also have that same thing in the end card. And I think that's pretty much it. Definitely, I would love to turn this into an actual thing. It's not that difficult to do, and the editing is going to be significantly easier than editing a lot of gameplay. Again, though, we can have gameplay playing in the background. I could just have it be uncut multiplayer stuff. I don't know, I did a little Battlefront for a while. I do some Ghost in the Shell. Haven't done Guns of Icarus in forever, but that's why I'm a Sky Captain, which... bonus points, I'm a Sky Captain, not just any captain, specifically a Sky Captain, and it's because of Guns of Icarus Online, and maybe we'll do some Let's Plays of that in the future. But I'm getting off topic. You guys let me know what you think. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment. I know every YouTuber ever says that, but it really is important. It does help us in a lot of ways. It helps the channel to grow. It means that we can do more things for the channel. It also gives us feedback. Because I can't talk to every single one of you individually, it's a great way for me to know, if I put up a video and a bunch of people hate it, like, oh, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing Hello Kitty Island adventure videos, which I don't know what's wrong with you guys. If you don't like that, we're on a different page entirely, and I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for your support so far. We're getting really close to 100 subs. Once we get to 100 subs, I'm going to do a special video. I don't know what it is yet, but you can help me decide. So, oh god, I'm white. So blaringly, I'm sorry. I don't go out in the sun. I'll die. It'll kill me. Just. Anyways, it's been great talking to you guys. Be sure to join me the next time I get one of these up. I don't know when that'll be, but hopefully we'll get a schedule going here. Thanks for stopping by, recruits. It's been great talking with you. This is CptAshes, signing off. Hey recruits, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know by pressing the like button and leaving a comment. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest missions, then join up today. It's been great playing with you. This is CptAshes, signing off.